Hello and good morning, everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about conditional sentences, or you may call it conditionals. So, what basically are conditional sentences? Well, conditional sentences are those sentences in which you have conditions, okay? If a certain condition follows, then a certain effect will occur. So to simplify it, you have two elements that are in a conditional sentences. The first element is the cause and the second element is the effect. Okay? For example, if I say, if it rains, I will not go to school. So the first clause, that is, if it rains, that is the cause. And the second clause, I will not go to school, is the effect. So there are basically two types of conditional sentences which are further divided into four subcategories. Okay, the first one is the real conditional sentences, and the second one is the unreal conditional sentences. So real conditional sentences are those sentences whereby you have incidents that are possible in the real life. Okay, it is further divided into zero conditional sentences and first conditional sentences, and the second one is unreal conditional sentences. Unreal conditional sentences are those sentences whereby you have improbable situations that cannot occur. It has two types: second conditional sentence and third conditional sentences. So, real conditional sentences and unreal conditional sentences are further divided into four subcategories. Starting with the zero conditional sentences, we have the structure for zero conditional sentences. Whenever we start a zero conditional sentence, it starts with if, followed by a present simple tense in the cause, and then a present simple tense in the effect. This type of conditional sentences is basically used for the established fact or the scientific facts or the universal facts. For example, if you melt ice, it turns into water. Now, there is a scientifically established fact. That is why you use zero conditional sentences for such kind of instances. If I reverse this sentence, if you freeze water, it turns into ice. So, in both cause and effect, I use present simple tense. Okay. Now, first conditional sentences. First conditional sentences are those sentences whereby you have present simple tense if plus present simple tense in the cause followed by a future simple tense. For example, if I say a sentence, if you work hard, you will pass the test. So, if you look at this sentence, in the cause you have if plus present simple tense. So, it means that this is the cause, it is incorporating if plus present simple tense, and it is followed by future simple tense. You will pass the test. Okay. Similarly, you can have another example, that is, if you go to gym, you will become a healthy athlete. Okay, so this sentence also incorporates first conditional sentence because the cause and effect contains present simple followed by future simple. Now, unreal conditional sentences. Unreal conditional sentences are used for those situations that are not likely to happen. It contains two subcategories, that is second conditional sentence and third conditional sentences. Now, what are second conditional sentences? Second conditional sentences are the sentences that incorporate those incidents that are unlikely to happen in the present or future. Its structure contains if plus past simple followed by would in the effect. Okay, for example, if somebody is in the foreign country and there are no chances of his return, and you say that if he came here, I would celebrate. Okay, so there are no chances of his return in the present or in the future. and still you are saying. So this is a sentence in second conditional sentence. Now what are third conditional sentences? Third conditional sentences are sentences that are used for those actions that are improbable, unlikely to happen, and that are from past. Okay, it may have past regrets, past situation that you imagine. For example, unfortunately, if somebody came across an incident or a car accident, and you say that if he had the seat belt, he would have avoided the incident. So in this sentence, you can see that in the cause, you have if plus past perfect tense with the incorporation of had, and in the effect, you have would have. Okay, so its structure contain if plus past perfect in the cause and followed by would have in the effect. So you have third conditional sentence which is used for past improbable situations. Okay, so that's all for conditional sentences. To conclude the discussion, we discussed conditional sentences along with examples and then subcategories which contained two subcategories, four subcategories, okay, two for each. So, real conditional sentences and unreal conditional sentences. Zero conditional sentence, first conditional sentence, second conditional sentence, and third conditional sentence. That's all for today. Thank you so much.